Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your occasionally humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by a crime-fighting team of totally trained professionals, starting with Andrew Sasquatch Titty.
Pumpkin spice lattes are back.
And dialing in from South Canada, Quiet.
Hey, I'm not gonna be fighting any crime.
And coming in from the left coast, Brain Damage. Yeah. Perfect. Now gonna have some very, very funny memes for you, probably, ostensibly. But before that, we have a trademark, patented, copyrighted, absolutely essential part of every single show. You know what I'm talking about. You love it. You know it. I mean,
You love it.
the
You
Depressing.
know it. We're number one.
There's always breaking news, too much news every time, and this week is no different. Former aide to New York governor has been charged with acting as an agent of the Chinese government. The FBI arrested her in her Long Island home.
Oh
And
my!
you love to see it. The first private spacewalk is going to happen. So astronauts Jared and Sarah are going to venture outside the Polaris Dawn thing. I was going to find a picture of it, but all I could find was the pigs in space. You have how much money? You have too much money. Okay.
Go see the Titanic next.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I know. Please, dear Poseidon, we'll push. I just captioned this one with America isn't sending their best. We're sending the weirdest. RFK sawed the head off a whale and drove it home, his daughter says.
This fucking guy. Why did he
What?
ever subject himself to public scrutiny?
Dude, we make a lot of jokes about him hauling around dead bear carcasses and, sawing a head off a whale and ostensibly sticking his hand into the brain and smearing magical symbols all over his face with the goo. But that's not even the weirdest or worst part. His anti-vaccination campaigns have literally cost thousands of lives in single countries.
He does the numbers. He does the numbers. That's for sure.
The man is leveraged awfulness. So RFK, may rot in hell. And we don't often go with a lot of news from South Canada, so I just wanted to say, here we have one of our favorites, friend of the show, Jesse Ventura, says, since leaving office, I've rarely endorsed a candidate for office in Minnesota, but come on! And
maybe he's not a piece of shit after all.
Jesse Ventura praises Tim Walz and endorses Kamala Harris and slams on Trump. So Jesse back in the game. Loving it. Anyway, so I thought I would share that with you all. Here's a weird one, though. A very strange piece of science that came out. Policy schmolicy. Election day weather and football victories could decide the election. That's true. They found out that a win by the local football team makes voters happy. And happy voters tend to reward incumbents. According to the study, college football victory could add 1.6 percentage points to the incumbent. So I suspect right now that the Trump campaign is out trying to calculate how much it would take to flip college games. Very corrupt, How do we, come on. 4 people were shot and killed on a Chicago area Blue Line train. Suspect is in custody, though, so hey, isn't that good? Oh, hey, that's my daughter's train line. Oh, that's right. It was my daughter's 19th birthday. Oh, I'm going to just forget about this story.
Does she have a solid alibi?
Yeah, she does.
Good.
Best and worst of Twitter, too, reports that Cybertruck catches fire after running into a fire hydrant and getting wet.
Oh my God.
So
Worst
weird.
super villain ever.
What?
Ms. Gender says, I've been sitting here trying to build a punchline around this, but you can't improve on perfection. Meanwhile, over there on the Donald Trump jail tracker, Alex Cole reports that Tina Peters, MAGA election denier who refused to certify the election, is from Colorado, and she woke up today facing 22 years in federal prison after being found guilty of 7 counts of election interference a few days ago. Tina Peters is the person of the day. She fucked around. She found out. I would like many, many, many more people to know this story. If you take my meaning, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Her last name's Peters.
Hey, gas prices. You certainly hear a lot of old people bitch about it. I know I certainly do. So here's a nice little list of what Memorial Day prices look like for gas going back over the years. They almost all start with 3, couple 4s in there, a 2, averages out to 3.63, which is exactly where gas was this weekend. So, oh my God, Illinois are seeing average Memorial Day, Labor Day gas prices. So, God forbid. Big news out there, of course, is that the Army says that a Trump aide abruptly pushed aside an Arlington National Cemetery employee. Don't know if you heard that. J.D. Vance then retorted with some comment about, oh, well, actually, look, Trump just became the meme. That's what happened. Trump became the embodiment of the giving the 2 fingers over the grave meme there. Scientists report an orgasm gap. Women still have few orgasms than men. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be the news.
At least we're winning in something, you know?
I'm not even going to do that one. It's no fun. So the U.S. Army has confirmed the Arlington Cemetery worker who was pushed aside by Trump staff and said, no, fuck you. So he has now alienated the entire army.
Yeah, actually, the
Finally,
only thing I read
fellas,
about this
finally.
was the Army's like official
Right.
statement about it, and it was fucking damning. It
Yeah.
was bad, dude.
Yeah, abruptly pushed aside. She was in the right. You're breaking federal law. Shut up. Oh, glorious. It would be great if we could see the Army do that to other people. And Trump claims, hey, he had no conflict during the Arlington National Cemetery visit. It didn't happen. It's fake news. The Army is lying.
I mean, to
They
be
do
fair,
that, actually. Yeah, that's
they're
actually
pretty good at it. Pretty good at it.
Don't make me see both sides of this argument. I was enjoying being mad.
We were just
weirdly
pointing out
that's
the
a
irony.
pretty fucking solid excuse. I mean,
No,
who among us, TD, hasn't used that excuse? The Army lied.
The Army
Oh
lies.
God, every fucking day.
Army lies. Absolutely freaking insane. Oh, the algorithm that is enabling landlords to fix high rents, still getting a lot of news there. Tenant Union Federation is taking them on. And Trump, Walls and Harris. Walls and Harris are talking about dealing with this corruption. So, wow, you know, not much, but I have a tiny bit of hope for rent in the future. Just teeny tiny bit. Hey, you know, if you think your job sucks, did you know that a Wells Fargo employee was found dead at her desk days after she last clocked into work? Authorities say. Did you hear this little tidbit? So,
I did.
Yeah, so take all your holidays, take all 20 minutes on your break, leave the premises, get all of your sick days, call them in, take all your vacation days. They don't care about you. And crazily enough, man, I mean, geez, Wells Fargo used to just treat its customers poorly. And somebody pointed out that the people that you really should be asking about are the security. You know, they contract out for security. You know, the guys that patrol around the office at night doing their job, protecting the place, just walked by a cubicle with a dead person in it 4 times, 5 times, 16 times. Woo! Hey, in fun news, deadly boar's head listeria outbreak may be larger than reported, the experts say. So, yeah, major deli meat recall is affecting, in effect, after 57 people across 18 states had to be hospitalized. And a lot of people pointed out, you remember back during COVID when Trump deregulated all the meatpacking plants and said, you guys can just inspect yourselves from now on. It's cool. This is directly him. So all those people that are sick and the 9 people who've died, unnecessary and his fault, just in case you were wondering. But hey, it was Labor Day, and in true Labor Day fashion, more than 10,000 hotel workers struck on Labor Day weekend. Staff were demanding increases and reversal of pandemic-era cutbacks that just made them work a lot harder for a lot less money. So workers from, I want to say it was Marriott, Anyway, all across Boston, Seattle, Honolulu, Kauai, Greenwich, Connecticut, San Francisco. Good times, man. You like it when you see labor at the past the terms of their contract and be like, no, we're going to strike. We told you we were going to strike. So, all right, just a couple more here. We always like to close with a heartwarming animal story. Hey, here's one. Here's a spider from Brazil, and a bite from the Brazilian wandering spider can cause an erection that lasts for up to 4 hours.
Are these available to be pets?
In the words of Paul Jerevac at the bottom here, bite me, which I suppose could be read as bite me, please, bite me. Let's do something more fun. National Geographic reports that a guinea pig named Randy broke into a female enclosure and impregnated over 100 female guinea pigs.
Go, big guy.
Nice
All right,
job.
Randy.
Nice job, Randy.
We salute you.
That has been your heartwarming animal story at almost 3 p.m., wrapping up an entire episode of news, depressing news from Facebook for the Blind for September 3rd, 2024. Now I'm handing it off to my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael Labune, for a nice metric-sized round one.
Wrong, Eric. Here comes my big, long, round one. And sit tight. I'm going to need you to read this first meme for me. Are you ready?
I am always ready.
All right, good. I thought you, as the resident librarian, were probably most equipped to share this meme. Will you read it for us from Trash Can Paul?
I'm seeing you sharing my face. Dumbass.
Oh, you still don't see it?
No.
No, we see Eric.
I hate it when it does that. All right, here we go. We're going to try this one more time. All right, here we go. And go ahead,
So
Eric.
smooth. There you go.
Yeah.
Here we have the back of some kind of anime superhero with tiny, teeny, tiny short shorts that have been pulled up. And it just says 1 million. And the caption is, life is hard, but I'm harder.
That's disgusting, Eric.
It's bitten by that spider. It's not my fault. That's God.
Trash Can Paul's back. Round one. This is a picture of Christian Bale from American Psycho, and it says, everything you like, I already liked it 900 years ago.
Damn.
Leftist gamer memes and 3 others. I have this picture of Pikachu, and he's floating with some balloons, and it says, antidepressants can't cure poverty.
Word.
TD, this one's for you, man. Read it for us.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we have a picture of Gary Coleman, who was a very short-statured individual, and the guy that played Tattoo on Fantasy Island, also a short sumbitch.
Hervé Villachez.
Thank you. That's one I wouldn't even been able to guess. But anyway, they're standing there chilling, and it says Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney at the 1982 Grammys.
Makes you feel old, doesn't it?
Look at him now.
All grown up.
Midge at MX McLean. It shows this picture of a street sign. It's one of those digital street signs, and it tells you like how long traffic's going to be or whatever. And it says Virginia, 3 MILFs, 4 minutes. Midge says, we will use anything but the metric system. All right. I just got 2 more here. Oh, I love this. Science Girl tweeted out 75,000 rubber ducks in Chicago River. The Chicago Duck Derby is an annual fundraising event where thousands of rubber ducks race down the Chicago River. And Ricky Hollywood retweets it and says, every time Chicago celebrates anything, they're just like, well, time to dump a bunch of bullshit in the river.
Where's the lie?
But still, fuck Dave Matthews. And my last meme for round one. The wholesome round, keeping the whole and wholesome. We have stepbro.steve, and there's a picture of a cheeseburger, and it says, when your funny friend Angus makes a joke, and the cheeseburger is labeled Classic Angus.
Oh.
Classic Angus. And that's it for my round one. Kicking it over to Brain Damage.
All right.
right, we're doing something different. TD likes to experiment. I'm gonna experiment. We're not gonna be too funny today, are we?
Oh
And
no!
I don't give a fuck. So
No!
recently, I'm doing brains news time because you guys are gonna learn about my fucking 49ers today.
Oh no!
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because rookie receiver Ricky Pearsall, Niners first round pick, is stable condition after shooting in San Francisco, robbery reports. Yeah, then my dumbass went and made a tweet about how we just signed our holdout receiver Brandon Ayuk, who Ricky Pearsall would have been the replacement for if we would have traded Ayuk. And so I made a post that said Ayuk signed the contract and then put one out on Pearsall. Yay! Some of my old hood friends got mad at me and was like, "This stand-up shit has gone to your head, brain."
The homies keep it honest.
Yep. Here is a picture of Pearsall walking to the ambulance after being shot because here we have East Bay Chris posted Ricky Pearsall fought off a guy with a gun, took a bullet to the chest, and walked around with minimal help to the ambulance while bleeding like crazy. What the fucking badass? I'm all in on this guy. And we have a picture of Pearsall walking. He actually did more than that, actually, because here we have a picture. Comedian Jason Tupez posts laughing my ass off, and someone superimposed Pearsall's face over Trump when he got shot, and he lifted his hand for the American pose with the flag.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
Here we have Sports Kita Pro Football posted Pearsall has the chance to become a legend in his rookie year, and we see more detail says Pearsall shot the guy with his own gun. Not sure there will be a cooler guy on the team. His nickname gonna be Wick in that locker room by the end of this week. Which leads us to our next meme, where we have John Wick with Pearsall's face superimposed over it, and it says Wick Pearsall. And then here we have an update that was from today. Now, mind you, this robbery happened, I think, Friday. And today it is Tuesday. And it says Ricky Pearsall is back at the 49ers facility in the weight room. Tim Ryan on Ricky Pearsall and his promising condition. I talked to him yesterday. He was actually in the weight room. Thank God it's not worse than it was. I already know this. His street cred has gone up tremendously around here via KNBR. And shouts out to Ricky Pearsall. Good thing that bullet really did it. It went straight through his chest and out his back, and thank God hit no vital organs. And the kid is doing amazing for just being shot in a robbery. Some kid from Tracy, 17-year-old, tried to take this man's Rolex, and he was just like, "Nah, son, not today. I'm still a rookie. I ain't rich yet, bitch." You know what I mean? And so I just wanted to give y'all that as my opening round because I never get to do any news. But I am going to leave it with one more that doesn't fit the bill of this round. But TD, can you read this for me?
I hate you. Gaming Lair from Nostalgia says, breaking. CDC just announced that a massive outbreak of Updog has started to spread.
Oh, TD.
Yeah.
What's up, dog?
Not much. What's up with you?
Chilling, dog. Chilling.
Oh, world star moment.
Thank you, Brain, for not
Leave it off
damaging
the
my
tee.
psyche. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for a nice one there. I appreciate you. All right. Okay, everybody. Yeah, thank you. All right, everybody. It's time once again for TD's often imitated, never duplicated short round one, brought to you by the dumbest shit I could find on the internet. Let us begin, shall we? Let's. Okay. It's coming. Here it is. Debbie Downer, acquaintance of the show. Got a picture of a great white shark here. It says, "Sharks aren't so bad. If a stranger came into my house wearing a Speedo, I'd probably attack him too. I approve this message."
Nice.
All right, next.
I like it.
Memes every day. Repost Andrew Nadu. And it says, it's got a picture of a falconry glove, and it says, "If you wear a falconry glove to the park and frantically look around the sky, everyone with a small dog will leave." I have a Shih Tzu. I can confirm this. I would bail. I would grab Elliot and we'd be gone.
Nice.
Next. Joe Lancey, friend of the show. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
He says, when you don't want, it's got a picture of Betty White laying in bed with her eyes wide the fuck open. Says, when you don't want to get out of bed and pee because you're comfy, but you can't sleep because you got to pee. I feel this. I am old. Okay, moving on. Throwing lamps at people who need to lighten up. New friend of the show.
Hey.
Got a picture of this gorgeous piece of pizza flopping, cheese pulling, just not breaking, just gooey, cheesy. It says, this is the type of pizza Ninja Turtles eat. Hey, if you've ever seen the cartoon, you know
Yeah.
that pizza looked bomb. All right. Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Doing good, man.
Uh-huh. Moving on. Arlene Ilya Sweetwood, or I probably butchered that. It's got a picture here of a shopping cart. It's got a loaf of bread, a toaster, and a bath plug. Says, I don't actually need the bread, but the other items in my cart were a toaster and a bathtub plug, and I didn't want the cashier to worry. I feel you. I feel you. Be considerate.
Sure.
Some dumbass named Andrew Teedy.
Hey, Teedy.
Hey. I said this should honestly be Waffle House's new slogan, and it's got a picture of this feller sitting there showing off his Waffle House breakfast. Standard order, I would think, for most people that aren't drunk. It says, when your cook has an ankle monitor, but the waffles are worth the risk. And yes, this should be Waffle House's new slogan.
Nice.
I love Waffle Houses. I miss being around so many. Ugh.
I used to walk in with my brother with his health safety training, and he'd just point and just go, health violation, health violation, health violation.
They should have a restraining order on your brother. Oh wow, I don't know you. It's got a picture of a refrigerator with a bunch of things taped to it. And it says, just to be clear, my wife said when we run out of something to put it on the fridge so we don't forget to buy it. She never said anything about a list. And yeah, we got like an empty TP roll and like a box of ramen and some other shit. Yeah, just all taped onto the fridge there.
At least it's that blue painter's tape. That's,
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Little color, little splash.
Prep to be taken down. I get it. That's fun.
Yeah. This is the last one I got for round one here. And this is from friend of the show, friend of mine. I'm marijuanaed right now and I have no idea what's going on. Nice. They repost from Nasty Minds, and it just says, root beer tastes like the way Abraham Lincoln looks, and I can't explain that. And I am a big fan of root beer, and I get exactly what the hell they're talking about.
Huh. That's so funny, because I taste pennies when I think about that.
That's fair. There could be something to be said about the fact that you have a copper taste in your mouth. But hey, anyway, let's move on. Hey, that's the end of short round one, brought to you by the dumbest shit I can find on the internet. Over to you, Eric.
So fun, so cool. Man, guys, you realize we've done 174 of these shows? Seems excessive.
It seems like way too many.
To quote Jeff Goldblum, we were so busy thinking whether or not we could and whether or not we should.
Oh, we definitely should. I needed this or I would have died. So here we have a post from Comrade Dale Earnhardt. This is for Labor Day. We have a picture of Comrade Dale Earnhardt in his car, and it says, I swear to me, the next jabroni that says thank the military for this long weekend is getting put in the wall.
Raise hell, praise Dale.
Love it, man. This next one I like is sort of a New Yorker cartoon. We got a woman who's talking to her boss and says, well, at this point in your career, your only possible promotion is to management, where you will stop doing the work you love and use a skill set you don't have and we don't teach.
No.
Sounds great.
I know. And that's the way the world works. And by the way, if you haven't Googled it, look up the Peter Principle. It's says that people in a hierarchy tend to rise to a level of their respective incompetence.
Oh, gosh.
I used to work under a lot of people that used to be great salespeople, but now they were sales management.
Oh.
Yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff. Did you know it's called the Peter Principle? That wasn't what you thought. You were thinking about that lady that was getting 22 indictments in a federal suspension, whose last name was Peter.
You said Peter.
Here we have a sign for in what I can only assume is the Joy subdivision that says Lovewell Terrace Apartments. Lovewell Terrace Apartments. I like this one so much.
That's funny.
Friend of the show, Keith Bergman, says, wasn't Labor Day great this year? I just love it when the kids scamper under the Labor tree, finding all the Labor Day presents we've given them. Like a 70-hour work weeks and no pensions or job security. Ooh, yeah.
Love that.
Dude, we are so generous. Got a couple more here. Classic Hits Coast 101 points out this little exchange between Jay and Simon. Jay Fowler says, we have a pigeon problem at my work. We also have crows. Crows will collect seeds and put them in a pile and wait for a pigeon to go to the seeds, and then they'll attack the pigeon and eat him.
Mm-hmm.
Simon McDonald, little known fact, before the crowbar was invented, crows simply drank at home.
That's stupid.
Absolutely love this. Friend of the show, Steve Cruchell, has this post showing a nice castle in the
Hey,
mountains.
Steve.
In 1866, Liechtenstein's last military engagement, they sent 80 men to war and 81 returned, as they had made a friend.
I love that meme.
And Georgie has commented in quotes, we all survived, sir. Oh, and this is Kevin. Say hi, Kevin. About halfway through the wholesome round, here we have a post of Elon Musk in the famous 2-panel of Spider-Man and his girlfriend. And Elon Musk is saying, tell me the truth. I'm ready to hear it. Spider-Man says, it's always going to be called Twitter. Posted by Joe Kleinschmidt in anti-QAnon memes. If you're not following anti-QAnon memes, you are missing out. 3 more here in the ostensibly wholesome round. Here, the New Mexico Department of Memes and Propaganders has posted this from Christopher Moloch official, who says, oh, I always sort of imagine, oh, never mind. Definitions of balls to the walls. English. Etymology first attested to in the 1960s in the context of aviation in reference to the ball-shaped grips on an aircraft's engine controls, typically throttle, prop, pitch, and fuel mixture. Pushing these balls to the wall would put the aircraft at maximum thrust.
Maximum thrust was my nickname in college.
Analogous to pedal to the metal.
I believe that, actually.
Now, this is not related to the term balls out, which is referring to steam engine machinery.
Agree to disagree.
They're all full of shit.
Balls to the wall in the wholesome round, ladies and gentlemen.
What about from the window to the wall?
Oh, yeah.
Have that etymology up.
Well,
next
that
week.
one's about fucking steamboats. Or whatever you say.
Dude, I feel like this is a reference to something. 4 girls like doing a phone call in like pink and whatnot. Except that this is like Jason, and he's on the phone. He's like, did you see how I chased him? And Pennywise is like very demure, very mindful, says, very scary. It was very... What? Oh, anyway, so I really like that. And speaking of Pennywise, Soul Nate, M. Nate Shyamalan says, Pennywise, we all float down here. Guy from Modest Mouse. All right. That closes out my wholesome round with the wholesome in the nest. Handing it back to you, Michael.
Good job, Eric.
There.
You successfully did it. Can everybody see my screen? I hate asking that.
Yeah.
All right. Kicking off round 2, the irrelevant round with This Is Why I'm Single. Stacy Dean, friend of the show, This Is Why I'm Single. She says, sativa to change the things I can. Indica to accept the things I can't.
Word. Amen. Preach.
Next up, we have a couple of Trump cartoons. This one from King Features Syndicate, Darren Bell. Listen, that's the best I could do.
Sure.
Anyway, it's Donald Trump walking through Arlington National Cemetery, kicking down the American flags at all the graves and putting up Trump 2024 flags.
Oh,
Next up, we have the Tennessee Holler. Friend of the show, the Tennessee Holler.
Hey.
Always holler the truth, I think is there, or always yell the truth, I think is there. Anyway, cartoon of the day, they say. This one from Mike Lukovich. And it's the Olympics. It looks like it's a swimming event. Bunch of swimmer-looking guys. And next to them is Donald Trump, who looks like Donald Trump without a shirt on, and he's wearing floaties on his arms. And he says, "Remember, if I lose, this race is rigged." Andrew Nadeau, he posts this conversation between Gandalf and Jesus. Gandalf doesn't say anything. Neither does Jesus. They're just staring at each other silently. Finally, Jesus says, "LOL." Jesus says, "LOL. I just realized after I died and came back, people started saying I was white too."
Oh no.
oh.
Gandalf says, "We don't have to bond over stuff."
That's pretty funny.
Next up, we have Amanda Perry, friend of the show, Amanda Perry. She says, "I don't know about y'all, but I don't have any more passwords left in me."
Ah.
Preemi Muhammad says, "Having a cat is great. Every day I'm like, how did I live before this? I mean, yes, the crime rate in my house is up like 40,000%, but worth it for the new experiences every day with this guy." I think I only have one meme left, maybe two. Sarcasm only says, "Might start booing people during conversations I'm not interested in."
Word.
These memes just keep going. Writer's Pocket, friend of the show, Writer's Pocket, says, "People singing happy birthday to you feels like a real life unskippable ad."
Oh, hell yeah.
And finally, my last meme for the irrelevant round comes from friend of the show, BLG Memes. Here we have a conversation, text conversation. The first person says, "I'm going to have to take a few days off. My little brother drowned in his pool yesterday afternoon." And this person responds, "Did anyone try putting him on rice?"
Oh shit.
LOL, just kidding. Take as much time as you need.
Oh my
God
god.
damn.
So good.
And that's it for the irrelevant round. Kicking it back to brain damage.
Bernie, I apologize on behalf of Michael.
Right. All right. Let's see what happens here. I'm not sure how to recover from that. I'm not sure. Here we have dysphoria information. I can't read this shit. It says, life is good. It has a cup of coffee in a nice flowery cup. There's some kind of chocolate cake in a wrapper and some sugary, buttery cookies in a round tin. And it's somebody puts, "Bro, this man got cookies in a sewing kit."
Hell yeah.
And yes, that is every grandma's sewing kit for sure.
Yup.
All things Atari and I forgot what that last word was, but I followed these fuckers. Why not?
Nice.
Here we have a picture of a piano, and it says, "Your first music lesson is complete." And sharpied in over two keys that are right next to each other is it says JA and WS. Jaws just dun 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 dun. And I feel like a fucking idiot because my whole life I wanted to play the piano and I never knew it was right there. It was right there. It's right fucking there. I could impress people. There we have comedian Kelly. I don't know how to pronounce your middle name. You've never said it to me. Zemeniskis. Eric knows how.
Yeah.
Said, "Good morning. Here's to a new week." And here we have some kind of at Fedra Pier. Anybody know what these cartoon characters are called that are round, cute faces?
The little miss, the little
Sunshine?
miss series, yeah.
Little Miss Sunshine.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, here we have a green one with lavender hair, and says, "Little Miss express her emotions by saying fuck in varying tones." And
Mhm.
she is definitely saying fuck in a various tone. This is my inner child. I'm gonna move along. Sassy Queen put, "These can't be the same knees I used to jump out of swings midair and land with."
Word.
Oof.
Yep, they're calling me out today, like TD likes to say. This one is by Andrew Nadal, I guess. At Andrew Nadal, maybe. I'm probably brutalizing your
TD
last
beat
name.
you. TD beat you to this one,
I,
man.
I did this in round 1, brother.
Ah.
Here we have a picture of a falcon glove, and it says, "If you wear a falconry glove to the park and frantically look around the sky, everyone with small dog will leave."
True. I've heard it from dog owners.
I wish that would have got like a huge laugh compared to when TD did it in round 1.
Oh yeah. I don't. Well, you know
Hey,
how I am right now. We'll get to it.
Sometimes I'm too high to pay attention.
Sure. That happens
This
a lot
one's
on the show.
Fun on a bun. It says, "I had some heartburn, so I took some," and this is a picture of a small tab of acid with lots of ants on it.
No.
Dude, that's
It
like
is
a lot of tabs of acid.
It's a
anti-acid.
lot of acid.
That's
brother.
called a sheet. That's 100 hits of
Yeah,
acid.
that's a fucking lot of acid.
It's a lot of
That's for the whole race.
anti-acid.
For some people.
If you're a square.
Yeah.
I
That
want to
would
see.
kill me, dude.
If you
I
have a
want to
really
see
big
TD
stick
take that
up there.
all in one hit.
No.
Never come home.
No.
No, that's a quick ticket to institutionalization.
Yeah.
Not the good
And
kind.
the food
Not the
sucks
good
there. The food
There's
sucks
good
there.
kinds.
Some of the
All
guys
right,
from Watergate, yeah.
Jesus, Happy Gardens said art meets nature at its finest, and it says I'm usually against graffiti, but I'm sort of impressed. And here we have someone who painted a wall with Popeye holding his spinach can, busting it open right under a tree, which makes it look like the spinach is busting out of the mural on the wall.
That is awesome.
And Sweet Pea has a little tree.
I was gonna ask, what's the little baby's name again?
Sweet
Oh,
Pea.
I didn't even notice Sweet Pea.
Yeah, I didn't notice the tree. I noticed Sweet Pea, but you're right. He does have a can with a little baby tree as well. That's pretty dope.
Nice.
And this one's gonna end it for me. Bars and Chains posted a picture of some emoji guy with his pulling his pockets out, and he is broke, and some crying, laughing faces, and said, "Just check my bank account." And it said $, capital L, comma, MAO, and then period 00. That is laughing my ass off at your broke fucking ass. Passing it off to you, TD.
Oh. Okay, that was depressing, but just because it was too real. Okay.
Right.
Hi guys. We're gonna do round 2, the inebriated round. Place your bets now.
Well, I bet he's inebriated.
Take the over. Friend of the show, Moist Buddha. Keep it moist.
Buddha.
Keeping it Buddha.
He's got a picture here of a white Jesus, with some like
Hey, Jesus.
red, white, and blue lights coming out of him and onto a crying person, and white Jesus is labeled emo bands, and the light is lyrics about how hard life is, and the crying person is 13-year-olds on vacation with their parents.
Oh my God. I am in this meme and I'm not
I
happy.
was say, yeah, I was say, Sizemore. I think this one speaks to you, my guy.
Moving along.
You heard him. Friend of the show, mother type figure lady, Chelsea Crookshank. She posed from Hail the Villains, and it's a picture of a person squatting down in a sweater, and they got a jack-o'-lantern on their head, and it says the ween approaches. Hell yeah.
That's the weed.
Hell yeah. I love it. Moving on. Shithead Steve. Actually, you know what?
Steve.
Labune, can you get this one for me, please?
Gladly. Shithead Steve, friend of the show. Shithead Steve, keeping it nasty. He's got a picture of Skeletor, and he's pointing at a PowerPoint, like kind of a projector screen, and it says, "Ladies, mansplaining is short for man explaining."
Ashamed of yourself.
Until next time.
Until we meet again.
Oh,
Excellent.
great. Thank you, buddy. Friend of the show, haven't seen him in a while. Satan.
Hey,
Hail
Satan.
What's up, bud?
He got this funny one here, and it's Vince McMahon, scumbag of the earth, sitting in a chair with a kind of content look on his face, and that's called being called mate by an Australian. And he's kind of smiling a little bit. It says being called love by a Brit, and he's standing up, smiling, going being called sweetheart by a grandma, and then he's like got a weird look on his face, leaning back, going being called son by a grandpa. And finally, he's falling back with his mouth wide open, screaming. It says, meowing at a cat, and the cat meows back. Can confirm.
Nice.
All right, moving on.
Nice.
Uncle Duke, I don't know you. He's got a picture of this giant pineapple display at a grocery store. There's a couple hundred pineapples, like all in the shape of one giant pineapple.
It's amazing.
And it says, who lives in a pineapple on aisle 3? All right. Who says you can't inspire an entire generation with a song lyric? Okay.
Love it.
Dope AF, stoner memes and pics. Friend of mine. It says when you realize Easter will be on 420 in 2025, and it's a picture of white Jesus with a halo, and he's cuddling a giant pot leaf, and a nug just says nice.
Dang.
So yes, Jesus will not be the only one risen on Easter this year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Oh.
I said it. I'm an atheist. It's okay. Moving on.
Okay.
Dark Boy Online, I don't know you. At I Bleed So Much says they're taking our jobs and they're bringing drugs into our country. Well, that's convenient because I love drugs and I hate working. So, okay, come on. Pot smoking atheists who love dogs, friend of the show, friend of mine. They repost from Condemner of Nouns, and it's a picture of this like ratty old couch at like a dump or a beach or something, and there's a black bear sitting on this thing chilling out and shit. And it says the couch chose the bear. JD Vance will never recover from this.
Nice.
Thank
Such
you.
a blend.
I figured you'd like it, Sizemore.
That's like a hybrid meme.
This is why they called RFK Jr.
Yeah.
Somebody has to take care of that bear.
Oh my God.
Wah wah. That's good though,
All right.
Mike. I like that. No,
I know.
that was a good wah wah. All right,
I'm
moving
gonna
on.
download this and see if I can mutate it further.
There you go. Fool of a Toque posting. Just met you. They got Lord Elrond there in the Mount Doom place, and he's labeled the countries that were invaded for said spices. He goes, cast them into your food, use them. And Isildur is labeled Britain, and he just goes no. And it's a picture of bread with like butter and baked beans.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's breakfast. That is breakfast.
British food sucks.
Yeah, British food does suck, and I can say that because some of my best friends are British.
When your main condiment is malt vinegar, that's got to be some kind of a red flag. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly.
Moving on. How bad's your food that you got to use malt vinegar?
I don't trust the Canadians because of that malt vinegar too.
I don't know. It's good
they're
on
loyalists.
fish. It's good on fish, and it's not bad on some fries.
Listen to you fucking speaking out of both sides of your mouth.
I'm so craving poutine right now.
Hell yeah. Okay, Dan the Bourbon Man. This is wrapping up the inebriated round. By the way, Dan the Bourbon Man, friend of the show. Hi, Dan the Bourbon Man.
Hey, Dan.
He says if daiquiri, DAIQUIRI with the weird thingy, is spelled like daiquiri, then why isn't Zachary, ZACHARY, spelled like ZAIQUIRI with the weird thingy? Next
I
time
love
I
it.
see a guy named
What?
Zach, I'm going to call him Zachary, but it's going to be spelled like the drink.
I love
Yeah.
that in reading that you demonstrated why it's not spelled that way.
I can't even spell daiquiri. So I just like
Sure.
to drink them.
Sure.
And that's all I got for round 2, the inebriated round. Guess what? Once again, ding
What is it?
ding.
I knew it.
Inebriated.
You know how I
Solved
knew
it.
it? Because you're visibly inebriated.
Yeah.
Well, this is Facebook for the blind, asshole. They can't see me.
No, but even before the show, I was like already there and too
Oh
far.
yeah, well,
too
there's
far
a
gone to
there's a
sober
reason
up
for
during the
that.
show.
There's a reason for that, but we'll get to that later.
You sound like the Munchies.
Yeah. Oh, true. True.
My guidance counselor will be so disappointed in me. But yeah.
Man, whose guidance counselor isn't disappointed in them? I mean, you know.
Yeah, but I liked my guidance counselor. He was pretty cool. I actually got along with my guidance counselor.
He was from Indiana too. He'd be proud.
Sure.
That's
Oh no, you don't know Mr. Anderson, homie.
Mr. Anderson.
You got to use a little more elbow grease.
He was the only person that was allowed to call me Andy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I forgot to call you Andy.
No. We don't get no, not if you want to live. Hey, Sizemore, tell some jokes or something.
Has
Oh, yeah.
anybody ever called you Candy Titty?
TD.
Levine and I will drive. I'll get my passport, drive to South Canada, and whoop your ass.
Come on, sugar tits.
Yeah, sugar tits. I mean, I've been
Okay,
calling them
you
sugar
Mohawk
tits for years.
We're talking out of love. This is just a lover spat. That's all this is.
Wait, I will say, when you called brain fucker, I felt like he really missed an opportunity to call you titty fucker.
He really did. I was waiting for you to say it, Levine, because I knew you weren't going to let me down.
Nice. Laureen, this is why people tune in. It's the beef.
It's
And I would like to point out.
Banter. It's the banter.
I'm convinced it's Laureen's laugh that's been driving up the numbers.
It is Loreen's
There-
laugh.
yeah.
Yeah,
To be
yeah.
funnier.
Sammy's
everybody.
nodding furiously. Yeah, we love
Everybody
your
be
laugh.
funnier.
Crank that mic, hot as can be. We love it, love it, love it. Definitely. I'm not stalling because I can't share. Not at all. I'm not.
I don't mind
I
the
love-
stalling because you can't share. It's the ADHD little side roads that you take and you forget that you're supposed to be sharing. That's the part that kills
No,
me.
I love this train wreck. I really do.
dude, it's not working. I do not even know how to do this. We've been
Are
doing
you
this show.
forfeiting?
We've been doing this show multiple times, and I have zero idea how to do this.
Are you going to forfeit round 2? Could it be?
Oh, wait. No, I'm not going to do that. There we go. All right. Boom. 24/7 Dad Jokes writes, I'm writing a book about all the things I should be doing with my life. It's called an autobiography.
Hey.
There you go. Somebody likes me. 24/7 Dad Jokes says self-discipline is tough because I'm the boss of me and that guy runs a real loose ship. Funny because it's true. Yeah, I don't know.
Absolutely.
Friend of the show, Craig Smith. Craig, we miss you. I got to call him up. Got a post from Kenyon Lang. Says, just to confirm, everybody feels tired all the time, no matter how much they sleep they get or caffeine they consume, but also has trouble falling asleep and is constantly hungry, but also nauseous with acid reflux, spends every second working or cleaning, yet gets nothing accomplished. Just to confirm, Eric Albert's like, yeah, that about sums it up. I'm like, okay, something's definitely broken. Like, somebody call Kamala. Anyway, hey, friend of the show, George Cruikshank has this delightful meme, and Michael, I was hoping you could read it for me.
I'd be more than happy to. Here, I don't have a name for this guy. He just looks like a sort of a detective figure with no face. It looks like if Marvin the Martian were masquerading as a detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Marvin the Martian meets Carmen Sandiego.
There you
Yeah.
go. And this is from friend of the show and founding father, George
Absolutely.
Cruikshank. Acting extra suspicious at the airport to ensure a TSA agent finds the balloon in my ass that is empty, aside from a crumpled up note that says, made you look. We love you, George.
Oh, no, it wasn't too much.
Great housewarming party. Awesome projection system.
That meme had a grand total of 5 reacts, by the way.
No, but that's funny that you say that, because my teenage son, who's been hearing us do this show for the last how many years, actually groaned in the kitchen at that one, which I've never heard him make a noise.
That is a win. That is a win. Thank you, teenage son in the other room.
A
Sorry,
new
Junior.
low. A new low. We finally did it.
baby. Yeah. I'm glad you got through it. I thought you were going to spit. Here, friend of the show, Jeffrey St. Clair. If you're not following Jeffrey St. Clair, you are missing out. He wishes us all a happy Labor Day and has an image here where we have a family. It looks like actually a Thanksgiving table, but we have, bountiful, food on a well-set table, and they're all holding hands and bowing their heads, and they're saying, "Thanks, Jesus, for this food." And second panel is Jesus out in the field going, "De nada." Might be
Where's the why?
might be a written joke. It might be a written joke. Intersexual memes and feminist dreams has brought us this thread from R Anti-Work. Says, finally came across something that convinced Boomer Father that we are not being difficult. Looking through a job posting in my area across one that had the same job title my father had for most of his career. Sent it to him and asked him if it was the same skills required, same job description, same as his. He agreed it was the same description he worked. He said when his kids were born in the 70s, he was making 20-something an hour plus overtime and union benefits, and pointed out this job was only paying $15 an hour with no union. It was finally the key that was needed to prove to him that we are not all complaining just for the sake of it, but we are not being offered the same opportunities for financial success that they had. And Isaac has reposted here that $20 an hour in the 70s is equivalent to $47 an hour. So your dad got paid more than 3 times what people are getting paid now for the same work. Of course, the people getting the job now tend to have more education and on average massively more student debt. We work much harder for much, much less. And one of my boomer friends responded to this with something, but I should probably just tell you that I said, now, come on, by the way, this is probably fiction because there's very little evidence of people ever changing their minds.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm like, yeah, did his boomer father learn his lesson? Yeah, that sounds like an after-school special to me.
I heard a statistic that 70-year-olds right now are 72% more wealthy than they were 40 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Ugh.
And 40-year-olds are 50% less wealthy than
Yeah.
40-year-olds were
Yeah.
40 years ago.
So interestingly enough, I've got a contrarian friend of mine who might just be a 70-something female, Dell. And she says, I'm not really sure if this is true. Wages typically increase for starting workers and workers with ongoing service. Now, usually I would start Googling and debating with her, but I learned a new trick. I just say, what do you mean by that? And then leave. Here we have an article from Bon Appetit. It says, the key to creamy-free soup is hiding in your pantry. And friend of the show, John Gallagher says, okay, I'm hiding in my pantry. What next?
So stupid.
Genius is what I think you mean. Genius.
You just gave away the plot of the next Baking While Baked.
Best and worst of Twitter 2, and if you're not following the best and worst of Twitter 2, you are missing out. As a repost of Kim at Kimimonte that says, basketball is all like, give me that pumpkin, I need it. And tennis is all like, fuck this lemon, you take it.
Yes.
Woo! Friend of the show, Elizabeth Fillmore says, and so it goes, because she's got a post from Joe, human female, dot maybe. Says, me stumbling out of bed. Dolores, hold my calls today. Dolores, a houseplant. Been there? Been there. Interesting thought for the week here, and I found this over on Jack Smith supporters with this lovely banner of hope, hate, heal, and grow that I found just darned right inspiring. And the Jack Smith supporters had this little blurb here in Tuck Frump no relation, who said allowing 30 seconds to fact check all debate answers should be mandatory. The technology exists to do this in real time. And my thought was, I commented, I was like, God, they say the same stuff all the time anyway. You could probably have it all pre-fact checked. It could be preloaded. You know, wouldn't be that hard. And then friend of the show and publisher of Project Censored, Mickey Huff, said, yeah, because it's that simple and it's not happening, kind of makes you wonder who's preventing it. Oh, Mickey is so cool. Welcome to the show, Mark. I think it's your first time. We'll try to be gentle. We're most of the way through this halfway size here. This 3-panel cartoon is called Your Upstairs Neighbor Starter Pack. And we've got a massive masonry drill, a couple sandals that are made out of bricks, and some furniture with a guy moving it around. Your Upstairs Neighbor Starter Pack. They do manage to make noises that you're just like, what is that? What could that noise possibly be? Friend of the show and founding zaddy, George Cruikshank.
Shut up.
No.
George Hussein Cruikshank updated his cover photo with this delightful picture of Tini, can you help me out with this?
I actually do not get the reference.
Ha! Homestar Runner. You're just not the internet geek you thought you were.
Apparently not, man. I can't know everything.
Homestar Runner, and he's holding up a spoon somehow, and he's got a banner that says, "Today Bourday is Labor Day." And I immediately commented, Labor Day is May 1st. Labor Day is the U.S. government's attempt to isolate U.S. workers from the rest of the global proletariat.
Eric, you got a 30-second warning.
George liked it. Here we have a picture of Epstein and Trump, and it says, the reunion we want. And then the Oasis boys, and it's the reunion we're getting.
Oh,
Reunion we want. The Mexico Department of Memes and Propagandas has a 4-panel cartoon here of a child in school saying, teacher, what's the point of reciting the Pledge of Allegiance? It's kind of dumb. And the teacher goes over and she's put her hands on her shoulders and says, wait, she's just a child. Please, she doesn't know any better. The flag zaps her with a bolt of lightning that she's just a pile of ash. U.S. Federal Department of Propaganda has heartbreaking, annoying kid that refused to do the Pledge of Allegiance in high school was 100% right.
Quick fire, Eric. Quick fire.
Got about 3 more here. Ms. Betty Bowers, America's Best Christian, has this question. What's the difference between atheists and evangelicals? Answer, atheists are honest about not following Jesus.
Oh!
Hey.
damn it.
Connor Jam in Best of Worst in Twitter 2 says, interviewer, you have a 3-year gap on your resume that just says vengeance. Me. Interviewer. You don't remember me, do you? And finally, we have this delightful pairing of a woman who is some type of demon and a skull and a candle, and it looks just goth awesome sauce in a sunset. And the Pumpkin Express says, he brought me the head of my enemy. How demure, how demure, how mindful. The Demure Mindful Labor episode, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Brain, can you see this one? If so, I'd like you to read this first one for round 3, the penultimate round.
Okay, we have the Chad Life _ blue check mark has a picture of what looks to be possibly a couple sitting in a car. And it says, before I got married, I'd just plow into the back of cars because I didn't have a wife, gasping and screaming when someone hit the brakes 3 miles ahead of me. 3 miles ahead of me, lady. God.
Listen, I had to, first of all, who is this? Because it sort of looks like Brad Pitt, but now I think it's that Irish guy, Colin Farrell.
No, it's Brad Pitt.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. This is a picture of Brad Pitt just pissed off and getting ready to chuck his phone. And it says, when the feed auto refreshes 0.1 seconds after I saw a good post, and now I can never find that post again.
Yes.
I fucking hate this so much.
Right. Why did that happen?
Just somebody get AI to fix it so it doesn't do it anymore. Savi Nurses, it says, asked AI to make their version of a code. And a code for our listeners is when someone loses consciousness in the hospital, we do CPR, etc. This picture is a picture of a woman laying on her back. She's clearly the patient. A bunch of hospital workers standing around. One doctor doing CPR on her chest. Another doctor doing CPR on her vagina with
Ooh.
chest compressions, obviously, on
Oh
her
my
vagina. It doesn't
God.
make any sense.
No.
Moving on. Terrible Christian memer. And,
Hey.
TD, I hate to make you read too, but you did this joke. So now you have to read this meme.
Uh,
Oh boy. Terrible Christian memer. I like you. I don't remember doing this joke, but God knew these would exist one day, and He still chose to die for us. And it's a picture of some socks with white dude Jesus, cool dude Jesus. He got his aviators on. It says He is risen, Rizzen, risen.
Because
He
you
got the
said,
riz.
you said on Easter 420, Jesus won't be
Oh,
the
I
only
did
one
say
who's
that. Yes,
risen.
I did. Okay, sorry. That was so long ago, dude.
It was earlier in this show.
Yeah, that was a while ago, man.
Here's
right.
some tattoo guy holding
It's a long
the
time.
book of slogans, and it says, "The path to inner peace begins with 4 words. Not my fucking problem.
Amen, brother.
I am employed as fuck." Retweets CO, who says, "So let me get this straight. I have to do tasks every day, dozens of them. And then I have to wash my skin off, did not ask for skin, and then lie unconscious for a while, and then do tasks again.
Oh God.
Fucking massively unfair." I have 2 more memes for this round. Jessica USAF says, "Decided to go for a walk on the beach last night and got freaked out when I thought I ran into a Trump rally. Turns out they're just closed beach umbrellas, and you look at it, it sure does look like a KKK rally.
Oh, bro.
No, they're just umbrellas."
Yeah.
And my last meme for this round, round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. It's a picture of a mom holding a little toddler. The mom is smoking a cigarette. The toddler also smoking a cigarette. And it's captioned, "When you light up, so do they. Now you both look cool as fuck." And that's it for me for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Back to Brain.
Oh man, they do look cool as fuck, don't they?
They do.
Little fucker.
Yeah.
Gaming Lair and Puns. I love those guys. Posted, Lance isn't a common name these days, but in medieval times, people were named Lance a lot.
Boo.
Oh.
I did that just to hear TD groan. Here we have, I got shit in my way. Princess Athena posted a picture of some lady at a courthouse with what seems to be a giant CVS receipt. And it says, a list of people that can kiss my ass. And back in the 90s, we had a Bay Area rap song that, he said, another day in the life, I used to have to add a list of names to motherfuckers that could kiss my ass. And, I can feel this. I feel this very hard today. All Things Halloween has a cartoon mugshot of a skeleton Chola. I don't know. She's got an orange jumpsuit on, and her what are those things called when they take the pictures, the mugshot, and they have to put their own billboard up?
The sign thingy.
The
Yeah.
sign thingy says, "Don't test me. I look good in orange." And I do. Orange is my favorite color. I'm a Giants fan. Do not fuck around. Game Layer again, exploring AI's darker side. Somebody put up a picture of some dude scientist building a robot. It says MIT scientists created a quote unquote psychopath AI by feeding it violent content from Reddit. And Glide like Ovechkin at Galasitadad wrote, "Hey, quick question. What the fuck?" Here we've got the Kid Key. I don't know how to fucking pronounce that. It says, "Can't even turn around too many tolls." And it just has a sign that says, "Now entering Ohio. Ask yourself what poor life choices led to this."
Truly.
Word.
I have no idea what that even means, but I knew you guys would get a kick out of it.
Yes.
I feel personally attacked. Post a game later. Short king problems. I hate that term as a short dude. I just call myself a short dude. Greenland wrote, of course I have a lot of pent-up rage, you fool. I've been the same height since I was 12. Fuck y'all. Fuck all of y'all. Okay? Derek Cooley posted, damn Diddy, and here's a picture of Diddy. And it says Diddy out here looking like Danny Glover playing DMX, and
Oh, fuck.
you cannot unsee it. Because the grays on his beard look a little Danny Gloverish, and the glisten in his eyes look like he's about to say, what y'all gonna live on? Gaming Lair posted, I feel personally attacked again when the mirror surprises you. And it has a picture of Homer Simpson looking in the mirror. And in the mirror, there is a buff Homer Simpson. And the caption says, me looking in the mirror after the doctor called me morbidly a beast. This one was posted by me, and this is something I've actually made in real life. And this is for baby showers, if you don't know. You get a gigantic bowl of nacho dip. You make it with some ground beef and some melted cheese, and you mix it all up where it looks like baby poop. And then you put a naked baby doll in there, mixed with some chips, and there you have a baby shower nacho dip surprise.
Brain, if you ruin nachos for me, I swear to God.
For our listeners, we just had a Facebook for the Blind first. Brain walked Laureen.
Oh,
She took one look at this,
How
covered up
dare
the screen
you.
with her hand, and walked away. Laureen, don't come back yet. It's not safe.
No,
I'll
it's
tell
not
you
Still
what.
got
Let's
up
say
there.
it's safe.
Don't do it.
It's safe.
There
Come
we
back.
go.
Is it though? This is gonna be this one for me.
Trying to
We
help
got somebody
you, Brain.
named Ryan Kramer. We have a 4-panel, and we have 2 people in bed. The man asked the woman for consent. He says, can I make love to you? Panel 2, she bites her lip and says, okay. Panel 3, all of a sudden, oh no, something splats her in the eyeball.
Oh, God.
Something white. Oh no. Oh no. But in
Welcome
panel
back,
4,
Lorraine.
he says, first we got to find a new place for the bird, because the bird is placed right above her.
Oh, Jesus
Add
Christ.
tune hole, Ryan.
Ugh.
Passing it off to you, TD.
Damn.
There's the trauma. There's the trauma.
There's the trauma you know and love.
Oh, I thought you guys were gonna be fucking nice to me. Hey, round 3,
All
turkey.
Michael's fault for
Bring him
earlier.
in. Let's do it.
Dude, you were promised abuse.
No, I was forced abuse. I didn't. This was never negotiated.
Guaranteed every week.
Chris Embry. Hi, Chris.
Chris?
It says right wingers coming up with a clever insult to replace "Let's Go Brandon," and it's Danny DeVito looking like Danny DeVito saying, "I'm going to say the N-word."
Fuck.
Moving on.
Moving on.
DDP yoga. I really should try that shit. It says me in my 30s after sleeping on my side slightly different than usual. And it's Macho Man Randy Savage's Macho Madness, and he got all of his gear on and a neck brace.
That's rough.
That's rough. Moving on, but completely accurate. Joe the Animal once again. Hey Joe.
Hey, Joe.
He reposed from writing and ranting with Kirk, and it's a picture of like just a sign outside any office USA, and it says, "Do regular dogs see police dogs and think, oh no, it's a cop?"
Bet they do.
My Shih Tzu, he gets a little nervous when he sees a canine car. Anyway, moving on.
I've heard bastards all smell.
Yeah. Curtin Mucklow, hi person. It says when you call shotgun, but the kidnapper still throws you in the trunk. It's a picture of Thomas the Tank Engine, and he got a pissed off look on his face. It says Thomas had never seen such bullshit before.
Mad as hell.
Mad as hell.
Nice.
Moving on. Joe the Animal once again making a third appearance.
Hey,
It's
Joe.
actually a picture of Joe from a while back doing stand up, and it says, "Laughter is the best medicine unless you have syphilis." I love Joe.
It's kind
All
of
right,
sewing
moving
probably
on.
better than laughter in that case.
Yeah. Well, it probably won't be any funnier than when Sizemore did it in the last round. So sorry,
Oh.
Jason. I don't get my Jason post this week.
Oh.
Moving on. Friend of the show,
At least you got it.
friend of the show, Marcellus Fauci.
Yeah.
Hi, Marcellus. Says, I, for one, welcome our new raccoon overlords. And it says, behold the power of a raccoon. And it's a raccoon with his arms up and his head back like he's doing some serious mojo. And there's a cat that is fucking levitating.
Yeah.
Looks like some Jedi stuff.
Yeah. The raccoon is like, rise, bitch. All right. Okay.
Hey, Jedi stuff.
It's Jedi stuff. It's almost like you knew me. Some dumbass named Andrew TD. I posted this a couple years ago. And I feel called out by this fucker. And it's a picture of Yoda with his hand up and his eyes closed, doing the Jedi shit the raccoon was doing. It says, me trying to stay sleepy will go into the bathroom at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Boys, you know what I'm talking about. Come on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. No white
I
lights.
don't have trouble staying sleepy.
No.
Your
having trouble
childhood
right now.
ruined. Right. Your childhood ruined in front of the show.
Hey.
It's got one of those little childhood ruined little golden book looking things, and it's got a picture of a grandma and a grandpa holding a little kid and a bunch of candy and sweets from him. But the little kid's got googly eyes, and it says the name of the book is "Let's get this little shit cracked out on candy before we send it home."
Yeah.
I played this game with my grandparents for years,
Yeah.
and I was diabetic, and they didn't give a shit. Load them up.
I always think about grandparents and like taking the grandkid is kind of like shaking a soda and giving it back to you.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Here you go. Open that at home.
Finally wrapping up round 3 here. Awkward relate. God, I feel this one. And it says, I asked this guy, how tall are you? And he handed me this. And it's a picture of a tall feller in the background, but in the foreground, someone holding a business card. And the card says, yes, I am tall. I am 6'10". No, I'm not kidding. Yes, that is tall. No, I do not play basketball. I play volleyball. Yes, seeing the tops of everyone's head is weird. Yes, the weather is nice up here. This has been a great conversation. Now, I'm only 6'4", 6'5"-ish. I need these cards.
It's nice. I was going to ask, are you bigger than Jack? You taller than Jack?
Jack.
Jack Spinella in our show. Comedian Jack.
Oh, yeah, I think he's got me by about a half inch, or that could just be his hair.
Maybe. Okay, good point. Oh my God.
That. Don't give it away. Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
You didn't say stop, tall
I
boy.
did too. I said that was the last one I had.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Over to you, Sizemore, you dick.
I will have you know that I am flying the flag of the House of Bourbon.
Oh boy.
I was flying the flag of House White Russian.
Oh, that's kind of funny. I see what you did there. Rocking on. Yeah, going into the penultimate round, if I remember correctly, which I don't.
That's right.
Which is the fanciest word with the most syllables that we could find to confuse people. Penultimate round, not known to walk many people. I don't think this segment of the show has ever walked anybody. Normally because they just would have quit well before.
Yeah, they're already walked by now.
Penultimate round, lightning fast. We have Hulk Hogan in Bumble Drum from the Pink Pendejo. And it says, when you open the wrong bathroom stall at the rest area. And Hulk Hogan does look surprised and on his knees. Is he grabbing that guy's belt? Just like got deeper meaning in wrestling.
I can't defend this.
Yeah.
Is that Hercules? TD, is that Hercules?
That is Hercules Hernandez.
Yep, that's Hercules.
Gritting his teeth.
Very
almost-
demure, very mindful.
Yeah.
name Herb something.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan looks shocked, and it's captioned, when you open the wrong bathroom stall at the rest area, and Steve Crucciello said, or the RNC.
Oh, word, son.
Ah!
And RNC has a double entendre there too, because in martial arts that means rear naked choke. Oh,
Really?
Yeah, but I know that means something political to y'all. I just don't know what.
I absolutely love what we all bring to the table here. Okay, moving on. Brienne at Behind the Scenes says, oh, that's kind of fun. Behind the Scenes says, when people talk about how they can't drink caffeine like 6 hours before they go to bed because they'd be so wired, I always thought it was so weird because I could drink coffee right up into the minute I went to sleep and have no issues. And I never felt wired. And then I learned I have ADD. Yeah, it's like, yeah, guys, we can drink coffee with a crazy straw from the nightstand. Doesn't.
And you should.
And
You should.
Yeah. Hey, TD, I thought this was going to utilize your talents pretty well. Can you name these 4 movies here?
Yes, I think I can.
Bet you can.
Okay, give me a second. I know the second one is from the opening of Child's Play.
Child's Play, right on.
I'll take too much time. Go ahead.
Lord of the
Fourth
Rings
is definitely Wormwood from Lord of the Rings, right?
No,
Okay.
no, Wormwood. He's not. But his Wormwood performance is not shown here.
Oh.
Gotcha. Anyway, Keith Bergman liked this one from Chad Oppitz. It says, yeah, I'm into BDSM. Brad Dourif's selection of movies.
Hell yeah. Love me some Brad Dourif.
And yeah, I could tell. I figured you would. All right, moving on. Here, a post from Jim Britt. We've got RFK telling his story, and it says, so then me and my buddies killed E.T. with a bag of hammers.
God damn.
This just keeps getting worse with this guy.
Oh, RFK, my God. The news section was funny, and then it's just like, how do you deal with perfection? Friend of the show, Mahanad Alishki says, I love when someone is like, I'm funny because I have trauma and it's coping mechanism. And it's like, okay, not to add to your trauma, but you're not funny.
No shit.
No
This is
shit.
50% of every open mic I've ever been to, and like 80% of a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I love that this was posted by Pikes Yikes. In the best and worst of Twitter too. Seriously, if you're not following the best and worst of Twitter too, you are missing out.
it's just like you're not so much funny as you are not processing the things that happen to you.
And I feel this because this is the basis for half my shit.
Nah.
Moving on in the penultimate round.
Moving on. Oh, you know what? I just stumbled across this. This is the disappointed man at the baseball game with his arms akimbo and the thing. Pakistani fan. He's like one of the best memes in the world. Anyway, he's a manager now at a popular MNC, whatever that is, manager.
And he expects better.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Here we have a conversation. Ghost Hunter. Knock on something if you're here. Ghost. Knocks on something. Ghost Hunter. Screams in terror and runs away. Ghost. Disappointed man.
Disappointed manager.
Disappointed man.
Yeah. Show respect.
From friend of the show, Dr. John. I really like this one. Puns for all and all for puns. Puns and Wit says, remember, the only thing standing between you and your dreams is your appearance, lack of talent, and general personality.
Oh.
There's a Renaissance painting of a man clearly going, hmm. So it's called anti-motivation. This is a fun one from Tim Minchin. If you're not following the comedic stylings of Tim Minchin, you are missing out. He says, alternative medicine, by definition, has either not been proven to work or been proven not to work. Do you know what they call alternative medicine that has been proven to work? Medicine.
Yes. Fucking tattoo it on my face.
Tim Minchin, man, look him up. Funny as fuck. Here's just a nice quote that says, ask the librarian where I could find the books about paranoia. She whispered, they're right behind you.
That bitch.
This one here, we have another appearance of the Tank Engine. Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas the Tank Engine. In FB for TB, a weekly meme cast. And if you're not following FB for TB, a weekly meme cast, shut up. You're lying. So you are. Anyway, This is Thomas the Tank Engine, all smiling and happy, and it says banana companies in American textbooks. Then we've got like some kind of like transformer who's about to seize the earth. Thomas Tank Engine says banana companies in Central American textbooks.
Yeah, the second one's true. And by the way, if you are following FB for TV, a weekly meme cast, but you're not telling the truth about it,
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah,
We'll be your secret.
In the meantime, you can follow all our great stuff like the Alcoholic Academic, who's been on a freaking roll lately with this post. Here we have a New Yorker cartoon of J.D. Vance ordering in a restaurant, and it says, "What's your most normal human food? Am I nailing this interaction?"
Odd.
Okay.
So bad. Cartoon by Jason Madam Kazenstein of the New Yorker. Here we have the best and worst of Twitter 2 making another appearance with Kushan Yasaki. Has a post from Dexerto. Picture of a woman who apparently is named Amaranth. Says, Amaranth is collaborating with a beer company to brew a new flavor using her vaginal yeast.
And the nerds will buy it.
And Cap Corgi has a post of Captain America saying Thanos should have killed all of us. All right. Here we have a man seeing a psychiatrist with a clipboard, and she's saying, "These people who enjoy your memes, are they in the room with us now?"
Oh.
From Steve Cruchell, like that's a 5th or 6th appearance. Steve, I should send you a note or a card or something. Anti-QAnon memes had a post. If you are not following anti-QAnon memes, you're missing out. You really are missing out. And they have this one with his gas stations in Texas are on a whole other level because we have some red, white, and blue stars and stripes. Maha 3000. Make America hard again. Dick pills.
Oh my.
Texas gas stations, babe.
Get huge.
Look at how big that thing is.
That's what she said.
The sad thing is, I bet that fucker works.
Brought to you
That's what she
by.
said.
That's very big. Okay, last couple here. It's Over Kitten on August 22nd said, "What's a secret third option for women who don't want to be a trad wife or a girl boss?" Gentlemen.
Oh, I don't think we're the ones to answer this, Eric.
Oh no, I have no information that is any kind of validity here.
I just want to clarify that you indeed, like the people in our audience who groaned, know the word trad wife.
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
it's not my fault. I did not want to know that word.
All right, well, drum roll, please. What is the third option, trad wife or girl boss? It's shit poster.
Yeah.
And that has been all but my post with the most for the penultimate round of Facebook for the Blind. Handing it back to you, Michael, for your post with the most.
Just can't wait to end this show. Kicking off the post with the most this week with Amy et al. At Peach of a Baby. She has a picture of a real billboard. It's a real billboard. I wanna really double down on that. This, I believe, is in Indiana because it's next to Hobart Road. And the billboard says, "I regret my abortion. Cheryl D." And Amy et al. Says, "Cheryl, that is not my problem."
Not my circus. Not my monkey.
Not my problem, Cheryl.
This your goat. You fuck it.
And that was my post with the most. What'd you have this week, Brain?
Michael, I heard your cries to end this show early. I really was going to torture everyone with this long, drawn-out rant about how Turkey Alshak will make boxing $20 per pay-per-view, and I was going to praise him. Yes! Cheap pay-per-views, but you know what? Fuck it, I'll be funny instead. Why not? We got Eden Rose Little Red posted, "Silly putty implies the existence of serious putty." Ah! And some dude with a blackface emoji put, I believe that's called C4.
Yes, C4 is serious putty.
Yeah, serious putty. Hell yeah.
That's my post with the most. Handed it off to you, Titty.
Serious putty is my favorite kind of putty.
Hell yeah. You can do so much with that shit.
And I know about C4 because I watched Mission Impossible.
I know.
Oh yeah, the bubble gum.
I know
All right,
about
move it.
C4 because some of my best friends watch Mission Impossible.
As a veteran of the United States Army, I know about this from action movies.
I know it because I actually knew a guy who did demolition work and blew tree stumps up for a living.
Nice. I
Yeah,
got
it's
it from
Indiana for you.
MASH.
TD, get us out of this.
Okay. Friend of the
I
show,
got it.
bringing up my
Yeah,
post the most here. Friend of the show, Joe the Animal. Once again, Joe, love ya. It's a picture
Joe.
of a bunch of dishes, and the dish strainer says, "My wife asked me to dry the dishes. Always willing to help." And pointed at the dishes in the dish strainer is a fan. And
Work
they
smart,
took
not hard.
the safety cover off the fan to decrease wind resistance.
Hell yeah,
Sure.
scared money don't make no money. Get big or go home.
Whoa.
Very
Modern problems call for modern solutions. That's my post with the most.
Very
Sizemore,
nice.
wrap this bitch up.
If this doesn't warm your heart, nothing will, because this was my post with the most, and it's not all that funny. We have a soldier here, posted by JD Grieving, with a sign that says, "I have never stood in front of a grave and given a thumbs up with a big smile, but if I live longer than he does, it could happen."
Yeah.
And I was accompanied by several posts of this Trump headstone that says, "Please wash hands after urinating."
Yes.
That was my post with the most. Wrapping up episode 174 of Facebook for the Blind for September 3rd, 2024. We love you so much. Mwah.
Love you, George.
Very nice.
Woo.
It could be more wooing. We could have more wooing. You'd think after all these years my nipples wouldn't get stiff, but they're rock.
Gross. Why, Eric?
I
Why
don't
do you
need
make
that.
it weird
What
every
am I
time?
supposed to do with that information? What
All right,
the fuck
I gotta
am I
go.
supposed to do with that information?
I love
Thanks
you
for
guys.
listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.